Hello, hello. And we're live. If you ask me for this morning session, where do I think price is going to drop towards? Most likely to these relatively equal lows. We see that we made this smooth edges jagged right here. Then we have displacement. We do have Sibi right up here. But still giving it a chance for 930. We can still spike up to this high and then continue lower. But mostly majority on liquidity, I'm looking for lower prices because we see how we left relatively equal lows. This is pretty much priming retail traders, giving them the idea that this is strong support, but it isn't. And kind of a loose bias. We're still trading instead of that bullish order block and that buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the daily time frame. But overall, I'm definitely looking for a run into the social liquidity pool, so previous daily low. There's a lot of back and forth in here, though. Wow, for some reason, it was very volatile. Like, today's gonna be a study session. I won't be pushing a button. This afternoon, we're gonna have FOMC, and we're gonna give them the opportunity to do whatever they want to do with it. As I stand here, reading price action. So this high, I don't necessarily see it get taken. It could, but market could easily just ran a 930 and go towards these liquidity pool because with this right here, we took all that buy sell liquidity pool and then displaced lower going below this low. So it could go here, but it would be completely fine. And if I was looking to take a trade, there's nothing wrong for me to take a trade instead of this 50-minute SIBI targeting social liquidity pools. Again, what do we have right up here? Prime and retail traders, relatively equal lows. And this is high probability relatively equal lows because the one on the right is higher than the one on the left. This becomes high probability. So there we see 9:30 opening. Again, like I said, this is this ain't this is the narrative that we have every single time that we go into trading. Relatively equal lows. We don't see this as strong support. We don't see this, oh my god, prices is gonna be very bullish, because we see it went into it and it rejected. Nah. We attacked that liquidity pool. And then from there, we have this low, this 50-minute busy. This is what price action is constantly doing, day in and day out. This is what it does. Grabbing liquidity, distributing on the other side, grabbing liquidity, distributing on the other side, on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame, on the hourly, on the daily, on the monthly, on the 1 second time frame. That's just what it does. Every daggone day. Just look how it went just enough below these lows to this right here, this move right here has two purpose. Two different purpose. So first one is just to stop out all the traders that thought this was strong support and went long inside of this leg, and they got stopped out because the books out there tells retail traders, oh, put your stop loss below swing lows, put your stop loss above swing highs. So this move, that was the first purpose, to get all those retail traders out, and the second purpose is to trick breakout traders out. So breakout traders, you see them pretty much chasing this right here. Oh my god, it broke through this low, we're gonna go lower forever. And those get trapped as well, getting stopped out right here above this high. Because what the books tells them every daggone time is, oh, we broke right here through resistance, now through support, now it's gonna turn resistance. Put your stop loss above a high. That was the purpose of that. That was the purpose of this. And where do you think it's most likely to go? Generated buy sell liquidity. Relatively equal highs. This right here, this what took place right here is institutional order flow. What is institutional order flow? It's just a partial entry into an inefficiency. But still favoring, I favor more lower prices than higher prices anytime. If you were to put a gun to my head, where do I think prices most likely to go? I'll say lower. So what do I say about gaps and inefficiencies? If we are bullish, what we wanted to see from this is go into it and then go higher. We don't want price to go all the way down here. And even though that this is perfection, still, look where we closed. Right at that level. But now what I'm watching is, are we going to get above this SIBI and send prices lower below this low right here? Because now these becomes readily equal lows. That's institutional order flow entry drill, sell side liquidity, sell side liquidity, and we can easily just run all the way down here. But again, having the expectations because of FOMC, but this seems like a nice run. Institutional order flow from there to here, that's 120 handles. 115, 20 handles. Stop loss above this one. That's enough. Now, the moment price get below these relatively equal lows, I want to see speed through it. Like big down close. I don't want just a shallow go into it and then pull back into the range, which that's most likely to happen today. I mean, we're having a lot of back and forth in here. But as I'm looking at price, that's one of the things that I want to see. What the hell? Yo, peak. What am I doing? So what do you think the purpose of this move was right here? So this is total soup. So we created a swing high. Price went lower a little bit. Retail traders, again, they're literally putting their stop loss above swing highs. So price did the same thing that I did right here. Taking all those retail traders out, going lower rapidly, not giving them a single chance to get out of their position. If they're going a breakout artist or if they have their stop loss right here. And guess what's happening now? This is the classic total soup. This is this is amazing. I was watching some Twitters. I was on Twitter, x.com. And it's incredible how like what a huge community hate on they dedicate themselves to hate on ICT. How can you deny this? How in the world can you deny this? Like to me it just how can you deny this? How? Again, and this is just one deviation of what total soup really is. There's a myriad of different way that you can use total soup. This is just like the well-known or this classic one total soup. I mean, just about going above this height, that was a total soup in and of itself. But this is this is the more visual one. Now, like I said, I don't want to see this. I didn't want to see Sosa get taken and then pull back into the. I want to see efficiency, like just. And what's more likely to happen? Just accumulation and slowly fading away because we have FOMC in the afternoon, and I might just want to accumulate inside of this range and not offer efficient price action. Hence, of why we are reading the tape and studying price action together. But I'm again overall looking for lower prices. Now, below this low, what's next that can offer some sort of support in price? We have this 50-minute busy right here. The moment we get below this busy, nothing is stopping it from going below this low. For this move from this entry, again, we don't have our stop loss right there because we're not retail. But right here, after the manipulation took place, we had that total swoop. That could have been another adding point from this low, from this SIBI to that low. 100 handles. What is 60? 100 handles, man. 100 handles plus. You know what's crazy? ICT does this every single day. He helps on a live stream, says where the market price is gonna likely to draw towards, and it does it. And that was a transferable skill set that I got going on. I said at the beginning of the live stream, anticipating lower prices. What's going on right now? So liquidity getting taken. It's just every daggone day. How, in your crazy mind, can you deny this? But hey, thanks to all the people who don't believe in ICT and stuff, it just solidifies the idea of this stuff never stopped to work. It will never stop, even though that he probably says it on every single video that he makes. But that just solidified the idea if you have haters and people who don't really see the vision. Um, Here we have social liquidity getting taken as anticipated before price even opens. And what did I say? I want to see efficiency below this low. What are we having? Lower system liquidity round. Bro, this stuff is really good. Oh, okay. So, got all good, got all good. Mm. That right there. So, yeah, perfect. Again, amazing. Total soup. This is just, what are we having right here? Manipulation taking place. Now, what was my anticipation of I am I am anticipating lower system liquidity run conditions. Signatures and price action. One of the main things about gaps and inefficiencies, the moment we inverse this gap, we don't want to see price get above what point or close above with a closing basis, midpoint of that gap. The moment we inverse it, you want to see price stay below consequent encroachment of the IFEG. We can wick through it, but we don't want to see a candle and a closing basis. And what do we have right here? A wick. What was the purpose of this wick? Going above the swing high. What was the purpose of taking that swing high? Tricking retail traders into going long and stopping out all those retail traders that put their stop loss right above this high. Also a purpose. Consequent encroachment of this SIBI right here. This right here, the moment we left a portion of this SIBI open, I already had the idea that this was going to be next. I mean, how are we still denying it? Where do we went? Consequent encroachment. Boom. What did I say at the beginning of the stream? It is completely fine price not going here because we already did the damage on smooth edges. And this was at 7 p.m. yesterday, late at night. What did I say about price? Lower prices. What are we having? So you're telling me that every daggone day for the last 2 months, hopping on here and doing this shit day in and day out, and it is random buying and selling pressure? You're telling me buying and selling pressure? Yo, what's going on, Carlos? Mm-hmm. Any questions? Anything? Let me know. And I'm here to answer anything. I see that you took that trade. Total soup. That is perfection, my brother. That trade right there is perfection. And I can go through the process. I mean, what it is. So we're expecting lower prices since the morning, since the beginning, right? We can go through the process of it. Expecting lower prices. Now, this move right here, we manipulated and then it decided to go higher one more time. Why are we having this move right here? That's the purpose of 930 opening price. If we are anticipating price to go lower, and I keep saying it on every live study session, we need to see 930 first go higher. We see price going higher right here. The purpose of that, taking out buy sell liquidity above this high, and also to trick retail traders into believing that it's gonna go up forever. Now, inefficiencies. If we are bullish, what do we want to see from this gap right here? If we are bullish, we want to see price go into it and then go higher towards what? The generated buy sell liquidity pool. But what do we have happening? Price just shits the bed. So this clearly was manipulation taking place. Clearly was the only purpose of why we are going higher is to take all this buy sell liquidity pool to distribute it below sell side liquidity and inefficiencies. The moment we inverse this gap, if it's not being used as support on price, then what do you think is going to happen? It's going to get inverted, inversion for value gap, using it as resistance on price. Now, first thing that we see is that price goes inside of this inefficiency, SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and it goes lower. Don't rush it. Price, people are putting their stop loss right above this one high right here. Oh, I already tapped into the SIBI and all of this nonsense. Let me just move my stop loss right here. Then what do we have? Bam, total soup. We have generated sell side liquidity right below us. We have inefficiencies. And price just took all that liquidity and shut the bed. This right here is all you need. 100 handles. That's an amazing trade. There's it's just good. It's good. Yo, Carlos, what was your narrative behind the trade? I want to listen to to your opinion because that was a good trade. Now we have what is our last line of defense below that low. What did I said about this 50-minute busy? If we have no desire to hold this, easy run to the social liquidity. What do we did? Easy run. Now we have what is our now this is as of now how I am internalizing price action. So I'm not looking at this when high getting taken as a shift in market structure and the price is gonna go higher forever. Now it could, but here's the narrative. Business is not done right below here. We could go higher for a little bit, but this is where the narrative is. We still have all this generated social liquidity right below here. So if so, sell liquidity being taken, which align with my higher time frame narrative bearish bias on the daily 45 minutes and 30-minute charts. I had previously identified a 45-minute for value gap. I recognized the total soup. The final confirmation I was waiting for was for the market to reject the previous high. Once price failed to break and hold above that high, confirming the rejection, I execute the trade. Ice T core. Yo. Now, what do we have right here? If this right here, this is the move that should have sent prices lower, right in here. Because what's the purpose of this move going higher? What do we talk about retail traders? This is what retail traders is doing. Chasing highs. Breakout. It's going to go higher. Stop loss. So let me put my stop loss right here. If we're going to go lower, this move right here should do it. Minimum below this one low. And where do we went back into? If this is not holding as support on price, what's going to happen? Using it as resistance on price. If you're telling me, oh, if you're looking to take a trade from here to this low, institutional order flow taking place, stop loss above this high, taking partial right here, social liquidity. Where do you think this candle stopped? Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Buying and selling pressure. Come on, bro. Woo. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Perfect. Yo. Come on, man. So again, if I would have been looking to take a trade, this right here would have been my stuff. Looking for this low, and then generate a sell liquidity. Again, I can explain it one more time. Why isn't this a real shift in market structure? Because the higher time frame narrative is that price wants to go here. There you'll have it. That would have been another amazing trade. Of course, it was just a little bit of buying and selling pressures on the price right there. Like I said, from here, stop loss right here, partials taken below this low, anticipating this liquidity pool to get taken. Now, when I'm looking at price action right here, I just would have been done. I wouldn't really care if price decides to go 1,000 points lower. This is my best case scenario. Best case scenario. I'm done. I don't care what price does after this. Go do something else. Today was a masterclass. Just drop a little like if it was fun to watch price behave as anticipated. It's better for this to leave a portion of it open and just go right here like it did and just go lower. Can I completely fill the gap and still go lower? Absolutely. But I want to see price do most of the work below consequent encroachment of it. Now, when we look at ES, we see that ES already went below the relatively equal lows right up here. And YM, I have no clue what YM is doing. But I'm still anticipating NQ to go here. That like, this is just too smooth. And we did went below this also liquidity pool. So we have one left out of one, two, three, four, five. Five anticipators drawing liquidities. And we also had these relatively equal lows as well. I'm gonna give it 9 more minutes to the stream. Then I'm gonna hop off 10:30. What did I say about this, Sibi, right here? We want to see most of the work get done on the lower portion of it. We have Wicks doing the damage, but body telling the narrative. And what's the narrative? We're doing the work right below consequent encroachment. This should just send it below this social liquidity pool right here. And we are done. Perfect delivery. This is perfection. This is amazing. It cannot, hear me out, it cannot get better than this. It cannot. Like, I don't think it can get better. It just cannot. This is it. There you have it. Random. Of course, it is random. Perfect delivery. This is what you call right here perfect delivery. All you have to do is go back to the beginning of the live stream. Go back to the beginning of the live stream. Well, that was pretty much it for me. Great study session. I loved it. Still learning, still improving as time goes on. Let's go back to the drawing board and keep on improving on those things. And yeah, I'll be here live tomorrow. And let's have a great time.